Welcome back to FM Story. In the last episode, we began season 8 of The Glory Hunter, and we made the move to Spain to join Real Madrid. It was a job we couldn't turn down when it became available, and so far things have gone about as well as they could. We've won 2 from 2 in the Champions League. We've won 7 from 7 in the League, including beating Atletico away from home and hammering Barcelona 7-1 at home. The season's gone so well, in fact, that after 7 games, we are 5 points clear at the top of the table. We've got a pretty decent run of league games coming up, so hopefully we can continue this great run of form. And without further ado, let's get into the action. We're now approaching the end of October, and things have continued on where they left off in the previous episode. We started with a trip to Las Palmas and won 2-0, thanks to goals from Rodrigo and Matias Sula. We then picked a pretty rotated team for a home game against Getafe and won 5-0. And again, picked a pretty rotated team for a trip to Celtic in the Champions League where we won 3-1. We are obviously still top of the table, 9 wins from 9, 4 points clear of Almeria with a game in hand on them, 6 points clear of Atletico, and 9 points clear of Barcelona, but with a game in hand on them as well. And we're sort of dominating the main player statistics as well. But now we've got a trip to Valencia. They are currently sat 4th on the table, so they're having a pretty decent start to the season as well. Hopefully we can continue this unbeaten start to the season, although we are missing Fede Valverde, who's out for a couple of months with a broken foot. So this is the side we've gone with for the trip to Valencia. We've gone with Cesar Ramirez at right back, with Hakimi playing at left back, just because Perkovic is still coming back from injury. Camavinga's played a lot of football and needed a rest. Samuel Ricci's got into the centre midfield along with Bellingham, with Ruben Neves playing in front of the back four with the injury to Valverde. And we've gone with Sula and Vinicius wide and Arda Güler in the shadow striker role. So they're sort of 5-2-3, and we're that 4-3-3, but without a front man right through the middle. Not an awful lot happening early on in this game. We've just had the first shot of the game after 15 minutes. Corner for us, Arda swings it in, headed from Diamande, it comes back out to Sula, in to Ramirez, and nothing comes of it. And there we are, 0-0 at half time. Not a whole heap of highlights in that game so far. We just have not really performed at all in this game. Right, so we made 3 changes. We brought Perkovic on at left back and switched Hakimi to right back. Camavinga's come on for Ruben Neves, and Rodrigo's come on for Vinicius Jr. because Vinicius Jr. got injured on international duty and this is his first game back. Still not an awful lot happening. Another corner for us. Arda Güler goes short to the edge of the box. Ricci knocks it on. Matias Sula fires it home and puts us 1-0 up. Everyone was in the box expecting the in-swinger. Arda Güler pulls it out to the edge of the area. Samuel Ricci's closed down but shifts it on. Sula takes a touch and then fires it past the keeper. Right, corner for them to the back post. They've got a head on it. Luckily it goes wide of the far post. Right, Rodrigo with a free kick. Diamande nods it down. Ricci onto Sula. And yet again, he's smashed home another one. It's his second goal of the game. Puts us 2-0 up. And he's been on fire since he came into the team. So Rodrigo just dinks it into the box. Diamande heads it down. Ricci onto Sula. Smashes the volley past the keeper. What a goal. Diamande wins the ball in our box. Arda Güler still has it. Camavinga wide to Perkovic. Rodrigo down the left. Scalvini. Arda Güler out wide to Matias Sula. Pulls it back for Bellingham. Squares it. Samuel Ricci taps home, and that's 3-0. 2 goals in pretty quick succession there. And that should have secured the 3 points for us. It's a lovely ball out. Sula lovely first touch, gets out of his feet. Bellingham just passes it into the 6-yard box and reaches there to poke it home. Right, Mamardashvili to Camavinga. Long ball. Hendrick nods it down. But they're going to come back at us now. Right, cross comes in towards the back post. Mamardashvili came, dropped it. And it was a simple finish from Fran Perez into an empty net. We made a mess of that. We let them go too far down that left-hand side. It was too easy to get the cross in. Mamardashvili and the defender both going for the same ball. He drops it. And it's an empty net to turn it into. But thankfully, that didn't cost us. We've ended the game winning 3-1. Another 3 points. Takes us to 10 wins from 10 as far as the league's concerned. And let's just keep on doing the same thing. We've made it to the beginning of December and we've continued on this great run of form after that game against Valencia. First up was home game against Zaragoza. They had a player sent off early. We ended up winning 5-0. We then beat Ajax 2-1 thanks to a 93rd minute winner in the Champions League. We then went away to Celta Vigo and a pretty comfortable victory. We were 3-0 up and then 4-1 up before they got a late goal to make, or a goal just after the hour to make it 4-2. But we were never really in any danger. Unfortunately, in that game, Jude Bellingham picked up a knock that kept him out of international football, and he's only just come back in the most recent game. We then beat Almeria 3-0 at home. We weren't great in the first half. We were a lot better in the second half. And then the most recent game was away at Benfica in the Champions League, and I don't think we had a highlight in that game of us attacking until the goal Rodrigo scored in injury time, which was basically us losing the ball in their half, then passing the ball back to Trubin in goal for Benfica, who tried to dribble it out of his box, didn't see Rodrigo, he nicked it off him, put it into an empty net, and we won the game 1-0. What it means as far as the Champions League is concerned is we've won 5 from 5. We're the only team with a 100% record in the league phase so far. We've guaranteed our place in the knockout stages. And now it's just about picking up another result to make sure that we finish in the top 8. And then as far as the league's concerned, 13 from 13. We're 5 points clear of Atletico, who've played a game more than us. We are 13 points clear of Barcelona already, and they've played 2 games more than us. We've already got a plus 45 goal difference after 13 games. And we are still dominating all of the player stats. And really, from here, if we don't go on to win the title, something disastrous will have befallen us in the second half of the season. But now we begin December with a game away from home against a team that's bottom of the table. We've only won 1 game this season. We do have some injury issues. Vinicius Junior's picked up an injury in training, so he's out. Valverde's still out with his broken foot. But hopefully we've got, we should have a strong enough squad. It's pretty much the same squad that's played every game this season. We should be able to pick up 3 points here. And so this is the team we've picked for the trip to Numancia. A couple of changes from the team that played the last game. We've gone with Bremer and Diamande as a central defensive pairing, which allows us to play Scalvini in that defensive midfield that becomes the third centre half, which allows us to play Camavinga alongside Bellingham to strengthen those 2 in midfield. Matthias Sula's playing off the right. He's just won his 2nd successive Player of the Month award. Rodrigo off the left instead of Vinicius, with Goulet in that shadow striker role. So they're going 4-2-3-1. We've got that 4-3-3, but without a centre forward. We've had a lot of the ball so far, but there's been no attempts on target from either side. Right, a free kick for them goes long. Mamardashvili comes across to get it. To Bremer. Out to Perkovic. Rodrigo drifting infield. Gives the ball away looking for Bellingham. who wins it back. Camavinga then to Arda, cuts onto his right. In the end, went with the outside of his left foot, I think, and it's deflected behind for a corner. Goulet to take it. Lifts it towards the back post, and the keeper comes and claims it easily without a challenge. Right, Perkovic with a free kick into Scalvini. Bremer wide, looking for Sula, nods it down to Bellingham. Arda helps it on to Camavinga, passes it into the back of the net. That's 1-0. And we've taken the lead against the team that's bottom of the table. Once it goes out wide, it drags their defence out. There's a spare man in the middle with Camavinga. We find him, and he's got a simple task to put it past the keeper. Right, Hakimi with the throw. Bellingham loses out. But Camavinga wins it back. Back pass to the keeper. Lumped upfield, but Diamande striding forward. And they've cut out the pass there. And then they've given it away. Sula squares it. It's getting very, very sloppy, but Sula's in again. He scored, but was he onside? It might be a close one, this one. It doesn't look like we're celebrating, so... Oh no, we are. So it has been given. So Sula down the right, a cross in that was never going to be met by Rodrigo. Arda helps it on, and then Sula fires across the keeper, in off the far post for 2-0. And it was pretty close as well, wasn't it? Lovely first touch. Hits it straight across the keeper. Gave him no chance. All right, Perkovic with the throw. Camavinga drifting infield. Scalvini coming forward with it. Hits it from distance. And he just didn't get it on target. And there we are, half-time, 2-0 up. We've dominated the game. We finally created some chances after all that possession, and we've managed to take a couple of them. And just need to do a professional job, more of the same in the second half. Right, we've made 2 changes to start the second half. We've brought Eduardo on for Rodrigo in the front 3, and we've brought Lobaton on for Bellingham, just because Bellingham's still just coming back from injury. We don't want to risk him in a meaningless game here. They've had a corner, but Hakimi's got it on the edge of our area. Coming forward with it, finds Sula. He loses out. We've pressurised them into a mistake in their half. Diamande to Lobaton. In behind for Arda squares it. And there's Eduardo to make it 3-0. Eduardo, who I think is 22, a real talent. And every time he's come into the team, he's managed to score goals. And he just gets himself into the right area and dispatches it past the keeper. All right, Camavinga wins it back. Lobaton now turns and runs at the defence. What a ball through for Sula, who I think was offside there. Pavlic with a free kick for them. Right in the centre of the goal as well. Steps up, lifts it over the wall. I don't know whether that came off Mamardashvili or whether it came off the woodwork. They're checking for offside, but I think it's been given. So Pavlic with the free kick. Mamardashvili parries it somehow right back across the face of goal into the centre forwards. Right, Sula turns, goes back to Bremer. Perkovic into Eduardo. Camavinga into the box and forces the keeper to turn it around for a corner. Right, Hakimi with the throw. Eduardo to Diamande. Neves into Samuel Ricci. Wide for Sula. back to Samuel Ricci. Sula, first time ball in. Lobaton turns it home. I don't think that's going to be offside, but we're going to get a check. And it's been given. So it comes out to Sula. He goes back to Ricci, who plays it straight back to him. First time ball with the outside of the left foot from Sula. And Lobaton was in front of the defence and just picked his spot past the keeper to make it 4-1. And from the kickoff, Hakimi wins it back. Lobaton goes into the box, loses out, comes back to Diamande. Ardagoulet back to Diamande. He's going down the outside. Crosses towards the far post. Sula with a header. That's 5-1. It's 2 goals in very quick succession to take any thought of a Numancia comeback after they'd got that goal out of the equation. Diamande just digs across out right to the back post. Sula arriving, gets up above the fullback, powers the header past the keeper for his second goal of the game. And there we go, full time, 5-1. And just a continuation of our great start to the season. And there we have it, the end of another episode and continuation of a great start to the season. We've won every game in all competitions so far. It's 14 from 14 in the league, 5 from 5 in the Champions League. Long may it continue. Coming up in the next episode, we've got a couple of big games in the league. We've got Athletic Club, we've got Sevilla, we've got Atletico at home as well. We've also got the start of the Copa del Rey. So join us next time to see if we can keep this great run of form going. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.